We begin in Tunisia, where Prime Minister Habib Essid's political future hangs in the balance as he faces a confidence vote in parliament that could end his reign. Essid is lobbying for support to extend his stay in office, but major political parties in the country have already announced that they are not voting for his government. CCTV's Youssef Gaigi has more.
Tunisian Prime Minister Habib Essid is currently seeking the People's Assembly vote of confidence to continue his mandate. He comes here to speak about his achievements and about the challenges that he faced to fulfill his promises. And he needs 109 votes out of a total of 217 in order to remain in power. However, most political parties and the major ones in the country already announced that they are not voting for this government, in which case the president will have to appoint a new prime minister who will have to form a new government. This vote of confidence is taking place today because the president of the country, Gaigi, expressed his disappointment with this government and his wish for it to change and be replaced by a unity government. However, the current political system in Tunis does not allow the president to dismiss the prime minister and his government, so the prime minister had to take the initiative and come seek the assembly's vote of confidence. Tunisians have mixed feelings about this government and are skeptical about the current politics of the country.
The economic side is not doing well. Prices are going up and the debt is increasing. They did not do a great job.
I
am for withdrawing the confidence from this government considering their poor performance, the economic collapse and the fall of the Tunisian currency.
They have to withdraw the confidence. Ministers do not keep their promises and issue contradictory statements.
NGOs and watchdog organizations say that most promises made by this government were either fulfilled or are currently underway. However, the one area that is still lagging behind is economic recovery, as this government failed to bring back growth in jobs, and many sectors still suffer from strikes, such as the mining sector, and the government continues to borrow to fund its expenses. Youssef Gaigi, CCTV, Tunis, Tunisia.
Let's get you some perspective in that now. I'm joined live from our Tunis studios by Youssef Sharif, who is a political analyst. Youssef, thank you for joining us. We have heard that President Essid has expressed disappointment about the current government. Do we know what issues particularly caused the shift in confidence?
Well, first of all, there are a lot of problems where the Prime Minister and the government found themselves engulfed in. Mainly, Tunisia is facing a huge, tremendous economic crisis, as well as a series of security problems, and a tense social and political climate, and that since the beginning of the tenure of current Prime Minister Habib Essid. And this is related to rather the global economic crisis, the global security crisis, and so on. But on the other hand, and if we go to rather more current problems and more direct issues, we have a personal problem between the Prime Minister and the President. The President and the political party Nida Tunis, which brought the President to power and which named Habib Essid as Prime Minister, is facing a lot of dissensions, a lot of difficulties, and that gave Habib Essid more power in front of the political party and in front of the president, because the political party that used to back him or that was patroning on him is now very weak. So Habib Essid took his his independence and started acting as an independent or as a free player in the political scene, and that was not seen favorably by Nida Tunis, or at least what remained from Nida Tunis after it split in two, and by the president, as well as by the political parties that were allied with Nida Tunis. And so this crisis between the two men led the president to, after several kind of pressures, to decide that the country should move to another government, and to decide that the prime minister was not anymore welcome to stay in power. And actually, what we see today, this no confidence vote, is actually kind of useless because everyone knows that there will be no confidence vote. But the Prime Minister himself wanted to go to, he called on this confidence vote, and he wanted to go to the Parliament in a way to expose this problem in front of the parliamentarians, and most importantly in front of the general public in Tunisia.
So, Youssef, what will a vote either way mean for Tunisia? What can we expect?
Well, first of all, most probably there will be a no confidence vote. And actually the Prime Minister himself, he said it this morning, he said that I'm here today, I'm here with my ministers, but I know that you will vote against me. So that we can disregard the part that there will be a confidence vote. Now, on the no confidence vote, the Prime Minister will have to resign. This will be a government of current affairs until the political parties that are now kind of, they signed an agreement like 3 weeks ago for the formation of a new government. But these political parties, actually 7 or 9 political parties, as well as 3 main civil society organizations, they agreed on forming the new government of national union. But in fact, they did not start yet the negotiations, and now we're heading towards a few weeks, if not several weeks, of negotiations between a lot of political players and economic players in the country in order to name a new prime minister and to form a new government. So we will be Tunisia will be in a state of on a standby situation for a few weeks. And this will most probably deepen the economic and political and possibly the security problems of the country.
All right, Youssef, thanks very much for those insights. Youssef Sharif, live for us in Tunis.